Alright folks, we're back with some more solving equations involving roots. This time we're going to use cube roots. Remember, the cube root asks us what number times itself again and one more time, so the same number 3 times being multiplied in order to get that product. So we have x cubed equals 512. Just like square root undoes squares, cube root will undo cubes, excuse me. So we take the cube root of both sides, because remember, it is an equation. What you do to one side, you have to do to the other. Cube and cube root cancel each other out, so we just have good old x equals, and if you're not sure, don't forget to use that calculator. 512, and there's your cube root button right here with the 3 above the x. So we take the cube root, and we get our answer of 8. So x is equal to 8. Unlike square roots, cube roots are only going to have one answer. Okay, so we don't need to worry about the plus or minus today. Here we have 2x cubed equals 16. So again, we have to get the variable by itself, which means we have to divide to get rid of the 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so we have our 1x cubed equals 16 divided by 2 is 8. Okay, so then we'll go ahead and take the cube root of both sides. Cube and cube root kind of undo each other. So x equals, what is the cube root of 8? 8 cube root is 2, because 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 a third time is 8. So x equals 2. Alrighty, let's go on to the next one. Here we have x cubed minus 7 equals 215. Just like we would if this was just a plain x, we would add 7 to both sides of the equation, and we see that x cubed is equal to 222. So if we undo cube with a cube root, so take the cube root of both sides, x equals, now even if you had your list in front of you, you would see that 222 is not a perfect cube. When we take the cube root of 222, it doesn't work out pretty for us. So just like we have been, we're going to round to the nearest thousandth, so 10th, 100th, thousandths. So to the second 5 here, and the position after that, the 0, says to round down. So we're going to say x is approximately 6.055. Okay. So sometimes it's not going to work out. We're going to round our answers. Okay. Here we've got a little more difficult one. Just like normal, we're going to get rid of the constants, so we're going to subtract 1 from both sides. So 4x cubed, 1 minus 1 is 0, that goes away, equals 32. We're going to divide both sides by 4. X cubed equals 8. And hey, look, we're at the same place we were right up there. If we take the cube root of both sides, we see that once again x equals 2. All right, last one we're going to work out here is our example. Work through your problem solving process. You're going to add or subtract first, move the constant first. So we're going to add 3 to both sides. So we have 2x cubed, negative 3 plus 3 is 0, equals 686. We'll go ahead and divide by the coefficient to get just the variable by itself. X cubed equals 343. So let's take the cube root of both sides. And 343, take the cube root, and we get 7. X equals 7. So if they work out, great, where we have perfect cubes, that's awesome. If we work them and they're not a perfect cube under there, we're going to go ahead and round to the nearest thousandth. Remember, the thousandth is 3 decimal places: tenths, hundredths, thousandths. All right, guys, I think you're ready to do it. And come into class